So we've dealt now with sound, so we're going to move on to how to make interactive elements in our level. And the basic one that I'm going to show you is a interactive doorway. So we're going to make a main doorway into the castle that will be triggered when the player gets close enough to the door will open, and when we go further away it closes. And that will also introduce you to animation. So first of all we need the door, so let's go to castle parts, and there's a iron gate, so we'll drag that into level. As you can see, the iron gate's a bit too big, so what we'll do is we'll just make that a bit smaller with the scale tool, and we'll scale that down. Okay, and we'll just zoom in a little bit, and we'll just rotate round, and we'll move the gate so it's the other side of the wall, just cutting through the wall. Okay, so there's our iron gate ready to animate. Now to make it animate, we need to create a sequence for the iron gate. So to do that, go up to cinematics and create add level sequence. Now it's asking you to give it a name, so I'm going to call it iron gate animation. And just to let you know that you can't have any spaces inside the Unreal Game Engine, so you'll use underscore, so iron gate animation, and we'll save that into, I've made a folder called sequences, you can save your stuff into there, so I'm just going to save that into there. And when we save that into there, it creates this sequence window at the bottom, and very easy, just there's a little asterisk over the save, so we'll just save that for now. Now this is the sequence player, so we select the iron gate and then we drag the iron gate into the sequence player. That means it's telling the sequence player that we're going to animate this iron gate. Make sure that it's in seconds, it displays in seconds. If you drop down the 30 frames per second option and go to show time as, just make sure that's seconds. So you're at frame 0, okay, in this slide you can see here, and you decide how long the animation is going to be. So let's say the gate's going to take 3 seconds to open and close, so I've moved that red slider to there. Make sure that you've ticked the create keyframe highlighted, okay, and there's a little circle, that's where you add keyframes in the transform, so click on that once, that creates a keyframe. Move the time slider in the sequencer to 3 seconds, select the gate and then move the gate upwards so it's open, and you can see it creates a path for the animation. And if you move the slider now, you can see the animation that you've created. Just make sure that you put it back to 0. Save that. Now one last thing to remember is when this plays, what happens is it goes to the end of the animation and it comes back. So to stop that from happening, if you right click on the transform layer, go to properties, and then instead of project default, select keep state, close that, and then save your sequence. Okay, so the sequence is done now, and the next thing is to do a little bit of scripting to make it work, and we'll do that in the next part.